Good evening, everyone. Okay, so I'd like to start off by presenting to you 4 websites that inspire me. By raise of hand, how many of you have heard of Jonathan Harris? Okay, a few people, great. Okay, so the first website is called We Feel Fine. By the way, the first 2 are all created by Jonathan. This website, when you click on it, you'll see that you get hundreds of multicolored circles that are in constant motion. When you click on one of the circles, it shows above a quote from a blog of someone's feeling. And this program basically connects every blog on the internet and everybody's feelings. There's many intriguing features, including, for example, something called metrics. And currently, if we pretend that we're in real time, people are feeling lucky 7.6 times the normal level, which I'm guessing that is good. Okay, so the second website that he designed is called universe.daylive.com. Essentially, he created a modern constellation map where every news source on the internet is put together and documented. I searched Tulane and this is what came up. Okay, so now moving on to 2 academic sites. Academic Earth is a site where free online lectures and even lecture notes from leading universities such as Berkeley and other Ivy Leagues are all available online for free. It also includes a university called Khan Academy, but this university doesn't actually exist. In fact, it leads us to our last website, khanacademy.org. This site is founded by a man by the name Sal Khan. He's actually born and raised in New Orleans. I actually happen to know his cousin. But what he's done is remarkable. He has now put up 1,800 short tutorial-styled YouTube videos and millions of views, and has become so popular that even Bill Gates uses his videos to teach his children, which, by the way, has given him quite a lot of publicity. All right, so where do I come in? Why do I get to stand up here and tell you the websites that inspire me? Well, let me tell you a personal story. A couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine Facebook messaged me, and she said, "My mom just kicked me out of my house, and I'm homeless. I need you to help me get a ride to a shelter." So after first-hand experience of calling up every New Orleans shelter, getting a lecture by the front staff worker at the Covenant House, and driving back to Tulane in the middle of the night, I realized the unfortunate aspect of reality. My friend was 18 years old, and no police officer was obligated to help her. Even the Covenant House could not allow her to stay. She was actually thrown out the next day. So, I was really angry at the world that night, but then I realized I was even angrier at myself. I felt and I was completely helpless. So I can tell you a lot about that. However, I'm going to get to the discussion of what is it that I can do to make sure that something like this doesn't happen to someone else. So I came across this article on CNN of a man who had a brilliant solution. We had a similar problem in the sense that both were associated with society's negative connotations towards a particular subject. Both were due to a lack of understanding, due to ignorance. And his name was Brian Elliott, and he was a gay man who now established a site called Friend Factor. Here, every gay man can create a profile and explain anything and everything about what it is to be gay. And it's all the information that any straight person would want to know, need to know, or rather should know. And essentially you have a huge social networking platform where every gay man has X amount of friends that like him and support him and his profile. And you have a great tool to promote change. So why can't I do the same thing with a homeless social networking website? Essentially the same impact can happen. Now you ask, how does my personal story and Brian's parallel story, how does it connect with the 4 initial websites? Well, for one, there are all forms of social entrepreneurship. There are all forms of examples of the power of the internet, the power of this generation. From wefeelfine.org, which teaches us that all human feelings are essentially the same, to universe.com, which shares all our stories and documents them, to the academic sites that enrich all our minds. Where do I come in? How do I become a part of the social betterment of the world? Well, I have a problem, and through Brian's inspirational story and creative solution, I am now determined to find a solution, and I am inspired by him. So I'd like to leave you with 6 words that I'd like you to remember. And it is to aspire, to inspire before one expires. Thank you.